How's it, guys? All right, on this episode I'm gonna take you up two awesome mountains. One, Brasstown Bald, highest viewpoint in Georgia, and another one called Bell Mountain, which overlooks Lake Hiawassee. Interesting thing on the top of Bell Mountain is the whole thing's been covered in graffiti. So we're gonna get into that. Then I'm gonna solo camp on the banks of the Tallulah River. I've also got a surprise. I've brought a deer cam with me. So we're gonna set that deer camera up and see if I get any visitors during the night. So that's on this episode. Hope you guys enjoy, and let's get going. Cheers. My first stop for the day was Brasstown Bald, Georgia's highest mountain and viewpoint. You ride up an incredibly curvy road to get 3/4 of the way up, and then you come through this gate. It's a $7 fee per person. You park your vehicle and then you take a short walk over to the pickup point where you can either take the shuttle up or you can hike the rest of the way up. The shuttle ride is pretty cool because you start to get an idea of the views you're about to experience from up here. Jump off the shuttle, take a quick walk up, and bang, you're presented with this incredible cloud level observation deck. 360 degrees of endless views, horizon on every front. 4,784 feet above sea level on a clear day like today, and you can see all 4 states. You know, obviously Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina. It just really is amazing. Looking down there, that's the parking lot. It's really big. I can imagine this place is really busy during the weekends or during the summertime. Anyway, I'm gonna throw this drone up and give you guys a different perspective of the views that you're able to see from this vantage point. I highly recommend visiting this view if you're ever in Georgia. As this drone is climbing, you can actually start to see, we're looking north at this point, and you can start to see some of the views that one experiences from that observation deck. On the slight right, when you see that lake appearing, that's Lake Hiawassee, and that's the direction we're going on our next stop. Our next stop is going to be Bell Mountain. Bell Mountain is something very interesting as well, and one of the unique characteristics of it is at the very top, all the rocks up there have been spray painted with graffiti. So we'll get into that as we get over there. My next stop for the day was Bell Mountain that looks over Lake Hiawassee. It's really an interesting place. The entire top of this mountain, all the rocks are covered in paint and graffiti. There's not a lot of information why. I think it more had to do with it being kind of a locals only type place. Not a lot of people knew about it, so locals would come up here and, you know, put their names on the rocks or profess their love and that kind of thing, how you typically see certain, you know, places being covered in graffiti. And it wasn't until recently that the mountain actually became a historical site. I think as soon as 2016. So even the winding road to get up here is a pretty new road. It used to be a dirt road only to get up there, but it's a really unique place. The views are also spectacular. You'll get 360 degree views. There's an incredible observation deck, and you can see here it's late afternoon as the sun was starting to go down, and just an amazing place to visit. So check it out, Bell Mountain, Lake Hiawassee. After Bell Mountain, I was off to find my campsite. I'd chosen to camp the night on the banks of the Tallulah River, one of my favorite places to stay. I really love it here. It's just such a peaceful place. Most of the openings all lead out onto the river. This particular spot had an amazing beach, completely covered in the fall leaves, so giving it kind of like a golden color. I always like to set up my tent away from trees as much as possible, at least overhanging branches. I've kind of got this thing about tree branches, I call them widow makers. So to the best I can, I always try and set my tent up in a clearing away from overhanging tree branches.
Alright, dinner is served. Some brats. And you're looking forward to this all day. Yes, please. Alright, just got done with dinner. That was delicious. Hit the spot, exactly what I was looking forward to all day. Anyway, I've hung the food bag. It's a ways away from me. I've set up that deer camera. It's pointing right at the tent, so hopefully it doesn't catch anything. I really hope it doesn't catch anything, but this is the first time I'm doing it. It's gonna be real interesting, so we'll check it out. Anyway, it's kind of early. It's getting a little chilly out there, so I figured I'd jump into the tent, jump into bed. I got my book with me. Hopefully it makes me tired. I'll crash. I'll catch you guys in the morning. All right, cheers. Good night.
Brr, good morning, everybody. It's about 7:30. Whew. Did I crash? I don't think I was gonna be able to sleep that much. Not long after I got into bed, I was out. It's a little chilly, so let me jump up. I'm gonna go get the food bag, make some coffee, make some granola, get this day started. All right, let's go.
All right, as I wait for this water to boil, I checked out the deer cam footage, and I'm happy to report nothing came to visit me last night. So no creepy crawlies, no raccoons, no bears. All clear on the deer cam. But I think I'm gonna keep bringing these out on the rides. This will be kind of interesting to see if anything gets captured. All right, time for some coffee, some breakfast. I guess I'm still in two minds about bringing a deer cam along with me, because as of now I sleep extremely peaceful in camp, but a lot of that has to do with almost ignorance, not knowing what is out there and what is visiting me. I'm obviously super curious to find out if anything does come around my camp while I'm sleeping, but then I might fall into that situation where maybe something's a little scary and I might never sleep peaceful again. So had this discussion with my buddy Chris. So I guess I'm still gonna bring them out, but at the same time, there's that small thought in the back of my head that I really hope I don't see anything scary on these cams late at night while I am sleeping, especially while I'm doing a solo trip.
All right, everyone, let me give you a quick tour of this extremely awesome camp spot that I stayed at last night here on the Tallulah River. All right, let's go down to the beach. It's right down here. All right, giving you guys the panoramic view of the beach in front of my camp spot. Look at the ground, that's all the leaves that have been falling. Absolutely amazing. I don't know if you're able to see how crystal clear this water is. Perfect for someone who likes fly fishing. Man, I'm blown away by this. This is incredible.
Just so beautiful. Amazingly peaceful. Quick shout out to my buddies William over at DR650 Adventures, great YouTube channel. He's got a Suzuki V-Strom and 2 DR650s. And then my buddy Dane over at Obi-Wan Code 4. He's also on a mighty DR650. Appreciate the hookup on you guys' decals. I'll put the link to their channels down below.